Go ahead and find that comfortable position on your mat. Either find yourself in a seated position or lying down on your back. All the technical difficulties today, sorry about that. I am going to find myself on my back to start. My Spotify account does not like me today. That's all right. Let's do this one to start. All right. Go ahead and find yourself in your comfortable position or lying on your back. Just grounding myself onto my mat. Allow your body to soften. To help with that, let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. Drawing that deep inhale through the nose and sigh out the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. And one last time, the biggest one yet. Inhale. Biggest exhale. And as you allow that body to soften, take a moment to scan the body from crown of head to tips of toes. Checking in with how you're feeling today. Just being mindful of any pain or tension or even stress built up in the body. Stress built up into the mind. And if you're noticing any wandering thoughts, any stress, any tension, maybe taking this time to place one palm to belly, one palm to heart, to reduce the chatter in the mind. And just take this moment to focus back to the breath, the beat of the heart, letting everything else go, or just setting it aside for at least this time for you. Once you notice those subtle movements in the body, that gentle rise and fall of the belly with the breath, let's take a moment here to focus on our Ujjayi breath, our ocean sounding breath. This is that 4-second inhale through the nose, pausing at the top of the breath, followed by that equal 4-second exhale through the nose, pausing at the base. Remembering that slight constriction into the back of the throat, as if you're fogging up a mirror. So wherever you are in your last breath, exhale. And together we'll inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And throughout your practice, invite the body to connect with the breath. Allow that natural flow of movement in the body, just like a wave. Trying to let go of any of your judgment or expectation as to where you need to be today, but just to be present in your practice. It's called a practice for a reason. So be kind to yourself. When you feel ready, begin to open up those eyes. Reach those palms above head, palms to touch, lengthen legs long down your mat, feet to touch, and come into that nice good morning stretch. Good. On your exhale, draw both knees into chest. Palms around shins, maybe rocking body from side. Good. When you're ready, open up those knees wide. Up about palms on feet. Pulling the right through the chest, the shoulders, shine the heart. Good. When you're ready, slowly those palms, the feet, those knees together. Reach right arm above head and then gently roll over to your right side into a fetal position. So pulling those knees tightly into chest and taking this opportunity here to set an intention for your practice. Beginning to ask yourself why you came to your mat today, why you've joined our practice. Maybe considering a mantra to set for yourself, for your practice, or for your day, or for your week. And then once you find that mantra, once you find that intention that you set, slowly push yourself up. Meet me into that tabletop position at the top of your mat. Good. Spread those fingertips nice and wide here. Anchor into the earth, shoulders over wrists, knees underneath the hips. Tuck into the toes so that the toes are right underneath the heels. On your next inhale, sink that belly button down towards mat. Roll shoulder blades back and down. Shine that heart forward. Gaze will follow. Exhale as you push that floor away. Draw that belly button into the spine, round through the back. Again, inhale. Exhale. Again, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Find stillness here. With those toes tucked, lift that seat up to sky. Push back into that first downward facing dog of the morning. Press firmly again within those palms. A little more emphasis on that first finger and thumb. Draw those heels down to mat and imagine pushing the tailbone up as high as you can to the sky. Now, as you draw that tailbone high to the sky, press the chest down towards the thighs and feel that length within the entire body here. We're going to hold this for a few breaths here. So wiggle as much as you need to. Maybe walk out your dog for a moment here. Good. And then once you find stillness there, again, press into that downward facing dog. Find that strength within to find that balance in the body. Talk the mind out of whatever it's telling you. Maybe it's saying, this is painful. This is something I can't do. You are in control. And if you're still finding it difficult, maybe allow the breath to take over. Focus on that Ujjayi breath. Good. As you spread those fingertips wider, take an inhale. One more time. Stay here. Maybe press a little bit deeper. On that exhale, soften through the chest. Good. And then on your next inhale, come high on your toes. Bend those knees, gaze forward to the top of your mat. When you're ready, tiptoe your way towards your hands. And then inhale as you come to a halfway lift. Your halfway lift here, you can draw blocks underneath the palms. You can take your palms to shins. You can float those palms down, whatever you like. Just lengthen here through the spine. Leave the tailbone as is, hips over the ankles. Good. Now we're finding deeper length into those hamstrings now. We're pulling our chest forward or down towards the mat, pulling crown of head towards the top of our mat. Good. On your exhale, bend in the knees, fold the body forward into that forward fold. Lead with the heart. On your next inhale, let's sweep those arms up through sky. And then exhale, push the palms together in center and then bow the body forward through that forward fold. Good. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you fold forward, plant those hands, step or hop back to plank. So holding high plank here. Making sure that those shoulders stay underneath the wrists, push into the earth here. Engage the core, draw that belly button in, tuck that tailbone underneath you. Good. Now I want you to hold here for a few breaths. I can't see you, but I know that your mind will be taking over. So take this opportunity to focus on that strength. Our yang is our masculine side of our body. It's tuning in with the thoughts, with the body, with the breath. So push into the earth, draw that belly in even more. Good. Allow 2 more breaths in the body here. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale, sigh it out. One more time, big inhale through the nose, push into the earth. Good, and then on that exhale, shift that body weight forward, lift that seat up to sky, come into that downward facing dog. Beautiful, now hold here again. Again, allowing the body to take over. Allow the breath to connect. Find your strength here. Good. On your next inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, sinking those heels. One more time, inhale, high on toes. Exhale, sinking those heels. Good. Inhale as you come high on your toes. Bend those knees, gaze forward to the top of your mat here. Now hold here for a moment. Draw those knees right underneath you. Push into the ground like you're about to pounce forward. On your next inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. Press the chest down towards the thighs. 3-legged dog. Good. Exhale. Bend in both knees. Back to that pounce. Gaze forward. Inhale that left leg up through sky. Again, exhale. Bend in the knees. Gaze forward like that pounce. One more time. Inhale. Right leg comes high to sky. Exhale. Bend those knees. Gaze forward. Inhale, that left leg high to sky. Good. Exhale, bend those knees, gaze forward. Now you're here, pouncing forward. Shift the body weight forward. Draw the belly button underneath you. Gazes to belly button. Tuck tailbone underneath. Push floor away. Engage that core. So again, we're finding that strength within ourselves, within our breath. Hold here. Do not let the body fall here. If you need to drop your knees at any time, feel free to do so. You got this. Do not tell yourself that you don't. Good. And then when you're ready, from this position here, draw the belly button in, lift with the tailbone here, push the chest down, come back into that downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, come high on toes, lift that right leg up through sky. Exhale as you sweep that right knee through center, place right foot between the hands. Squeeze those thighs together, stay high on that back toe, and then lift those arms straight towards the top of the mat, in line with the ears here. Good, nice long line from the outer edge of that back heel all the way through the fingertips. Now draw the belly away from the thighs if you can. Grounding down into this right thigh, right foot, and then that top of that, or sorry, the bottom of that left foot here. Lengthen, imagine reaching as far as you can with that heel, with those fingertips. Good, find the breath. It's going to be really challenging here for a moment. It's going to ask you to push even deeper. Good, give me 2 more breaths here. Good, 1 more breath. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the nose. And then on your next inhale, lift those arms straight up through sky. Come into that high crescent lunge. You're holding here. Making sure that that front knee is right above the ankle. Again, that mind is going to tell you, I can't, this is painful, I'm not going to do it. Stay where you are. Good, relax those shoulder blades down. Lift through the fingertips, sink a little bit deeper. Good, 1 more breath here. Good, on that exhale, let's flip those palms. Sweep those arms to the side of us as we ground down into that right leg. Left leg comes up back behind you, warrior 3. So if you've got blocks nearby, and you want to use those blocks here for that modified warrior 3, you definitely can. Make sure that those hips are in line. Sometimes we have the tendency to open up this hip, really lower that left hip down. Parallel or squared off with the right, excuse me. So wherever you are, 1 more breath. Whoop. Point the toes down towards the mat as well. If you feel like you're not as anchored, imagine pressing that left foot back onto a back wall, pressing crown of head towards the top of another wall. Good, on your exhale, slowly bend that left knee. Pendulum that knee back through center. Hold that knee to chest. Option to hold on to the knee with that left hand, keeping right palm or right thumb to the sternum. Or option, take those peace fingers to the big toe. So right peace fingers to left big toe. Extend that left leg. Open up that left arm. Hold there. Hold those breaths. Not hold your breath, but hold that position through those breaths. Good, stay as you are. Good, 1 more breath here, you got it. When you're ready, soften that left knee, bring that left arm back through center, arms rise up through sky. Exhale, palms come out beside you, whoa, whoa, whoa. Come into that warrior 3. Maybe palms come to heart center, or again, maybe palms come to blocks. I got a little injury in my right ankle right now, so I'm going to use my blocks. Good, 1 more breath here. And then on your exhale, soft bend in that right knee. Left leg comes back behind you. Come back into that high crescent lunge with control. Good, adjust as you need to as well here. If you're finding that your front foot needs to come forward a little bit, allow that front foot to come forward. Give me 2 more breaths here. And your last breath. Good. Just as we started, draw belly button into spine. Reach the body forward over that right thigh. Lengthen through those fingertips, through that left heel. Hold here. Remember, this is our strive. This is where we find our strength. This is where we are solid. Holding here. Okay, give me 3 more breaths. I know you can. Good. One last breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Big sigh out that mouth. Good. On your exhale, lower those palms down to mat. Ground down into that right leg. Lift that left leg up through sky, standing split. Try to keep those hips nice and parallel here, or in line with one another. Good. Again, if that's hard for you, hands to blocks is all right. Soft bend in that right knee. Try not to lock out that joint. Maybe walking your hands closer to that right leg, maybe grabbing onto the ankle. Whatever feels good to you. One more breath here. Big inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower that left leg down to meet the right. Fold the body forward. Good. Take an inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you fold forward. Plant the hands. Step or hop back to that plank. Good. Inhale. Shift that weight forward. Lower through your version of chaturanga. Inhale through that upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale through that downward facing dog. Good. Now again, holding here. Hold in that downward facing dog. Connect the body and breath. Maybe even shaking that head no. Nodding that head yes. Spread those fingertips. Connect each pad of the finger. If your heels aren't drawn to the mat, that's all right. Imagine that they are and push down into the earth. Good. On your next inhale, come high on your toes. Bend those knees, gaze forward. Here we go to that pounce. Gaze forward at the top of your mat. Inhale that left leg up to sky. Press just down towards the thighs. 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend in those knees. Gaze forward. Inhale, right leg comes high to sky. Exhale, bend, gaze forward. Inhale, left leg comes high to sky. Exhale, bend, gaze forward. Last one. Inhale, right leg comes high to sky. Exhale, gaze forward. Lift that seat up through sky. Push back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale through the nose. Take a big sigh out that mouth. Let's do that one more time. Take that deep inhale. Take that big exhale. Nice. Take an inhale, come high on your toes. Sweep that left leg up through sky. Exhale, sweep that left knee through center. Place left foot between the hands. Draw belly away from the thighs and reach those palms forward. Good. Remember, stay strong here. Make sure that knee doesn't buckle in. You got this. I know you're all strong here. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Always take that option to lower that right knee down if you need to. Good. 2 more breaths. You got this. Good. 1 last breath. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the nose. On your next inhale, reach those fingertips forward. Reach them up towards sky. Come into that high crescent lunge. Beautiful, you guys. Come a little bit deeper. Remember, relax the shoulder blades down. Lift through the fingertips. Take all of that energy from the pit of the core all the way through the fingertips up here. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Good. Exhale, flip those palms. Reach those arms to side, ground down, left foot, warrior 3. Again, if you'd like to be here, palms to heart center, you can do that. Palms out to side, palms behind you, or overhead in stick pose. Take your option. Remember that right hip is in line with the left, squared off to the mat. Right leg is, or right toes are pointing down towards the mat. Crown of head is forward. Give me 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Big inhale through that nose. Big exhale, sigh it out. Pendulum that right knee in through center. So we're here now. Right knee in through center. Again, option hold here, or option left palm. I'm going to show you this way. So I'm holding onto my right knee, option left thumb to sternum, or take those peace fingers of that left hand to the big toe of that right foot. Lengthen through that right leg, reach that, right leg, reach that right arm back. I need to do it where I'm facing this way. Good. Final breaths here. Give me 2 breaths. Hi, Danny. All right, you guys got it. Last breath here. Big inhale through the nose. And big exhale, soft bend in that right knee. Reach that right leg back behind you. Come back into that warrior 3. Okay, whatever way you need to do it, just try your best not to lock out that left knee. Soft bend always. Soft bend. Take your hands wherever you need to. If this gives you strength like you're flying, take that. If it gives you strength to push those palms forward, take that. If it gives you gives you strength to center those palms to heart center, take that. Take whatever you need from your own practice here. Good. 1 more breath. And then exhale, soft bend in the left knee. Right foot comes back behind you. Squeeze those thighs together. Arms rise up overhead, high crescent lunge. Hold those fingertips up towards sky. Relax those shoulder blades down. Good, you guys got this. Allow the breath to take over. Make that connection between breath and body. Hold here. 1 more breath. Good. Exhale, draw belly button into spine. Reach fingertips forward. Lengthen through that right heel. Lengthen through fingertips, top mat. Go. Hold here. It's all about making that mind-body connection. It's all about holding that in place. Do not let that mind take over. Do not let it. Quiet the mind. Good, one more breath. Good, and then on that exhale, lower those palms down to mat or blocks. Lift that right leg up through sky, come into that standing split. Draw that belly button in, create a little bit more space, maybe bow the body forward even deeper. Again, maybe grabbing onto that ankle, maybe drawing your nose towards the knee. I know, I'm asking a lot of strength from you, but you have it in you. Just give me a few more breaths here, you guys. And then we're almost there. Beautiful. Exhale, soft bend in the left knee, right knee meets the left knee. Fold the body forward. Grab onto those elbows here. Good. On your next inhale, come to that halfway lift. Exhale, begin to sink that seat down towards the heels. Sweep those arms up towards the sky. Ears by the biceps, come into that chair, Utkatasana. Option to draw those thumbs to the sternum here, through heart center. If this is better for you, maybe you feel some compression in the shoulders. Maybe this feels good to you today. If not, reach those arms up above head. Keep those ears in line with the biceps. Good. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, big sigh out the mouth. One more time, big inhale. Big exhale. Holding, sink a little bit deeper. Draw belly in. Good. On that exhale, palms come down. Press into the earth. Step or hop back to your plank position. Shift that body weight forward. From that body weight forward here, draw belly button in. Gaze is to belly button. Tailbone tucks underneath you. Push into the ground. Round that back. Hold there. You should be trembling underneath you. As you draw that belly button in, as your gaze is to that belly button, to the knees, to the shins, whatever you need to look at. It's as if the earth is shaking underneath you and you need to stay as solid as you can. Good, one more breath here. You got it. On your exhale, bend in the knees here. Take those knees wide to the width of your hips. Palms come underneath the shoulders. Wrists come underneath the shoulders, Knees underneath the hips. Hold here. Bear in the air, your final pose. Hold it, you guys. You got it. If you're not sweating, you are not holding. I am sweating here. Good. Again, actively press the earth away. 2 more breaths. Big inhale through the nose. Big sigh out the mouth. One more time, big inhale. And on your exhale, soften those knees to mat. Untuck the toes. Push back. Child's pose. Option to sweep those palms back behind you. Tops of hands to mat. Allow those shoulders to round. Reconnect back to that breath. Reconnect back to that beat of heart. Notice if the breath is labored here. Good. Allow the body to soften with the breath. When you're ready, sweep those arms up overhead here. Press into the palms, ripple the body forward through that tabletop position. From tabletop position, reach those palms to top mat. Leave that tailbone high, hips over the knees, draw that belly button down towards the thighs. Drop the chest down towards the mat. Maybe chin touches, maybe chest. If that's uncomfortable for you at all, you can place blocks underneath the chest. And what that does is it helps bring the floor closer to the body. Maybe this feels good to you. Now, if it feels better to spread those palms wider, if you're feeling any compression in the shoulders, take that as well. And just hold here. This is your yin. This is where you surrender, where you soften, where you allow the body to fall into its flexibility, its ease, its comfort. Good. One more breath. Don't allow the mind to take over just yet. And then when you're ready, let's push into the palms. Tuck that tailbone underneath you, ripple through the back here, and then walk those palms back underneath the shoulders. Get on your next inhale. Let's push the earth away. Draw belly button in, round through that back. Take whatever movement you need here. I'm going to wiggle a little bit here. Maybe swaying my hips from side to side. And then from here, let's tuck into the toes for a moment. Lift the seat up through sky, and we're going to just reach that right leg up through sky for transition here. On your exhale, let's sweep that right knee towards the right wrist, and then slide that left leg back, coming into your pigeon pose. Now, if this doesn't feel good to you on your knee today, you can always take a figure 4 stretch on your back, lying on your back, crossing that right ankle over the left thigh, and then just threading that arm through and pulling the thigh towards the body. If you are all right in your pigeon here, make sure that that left thigh is well connected to the earth. Just gaze at that back foot and make sure it's nice and straight, that it's not sickling inwards. And then you can either stay high if that feels good to you, maybe walk your hands out, maybe resting head to block right here, or maybe folding all the way forward. If maybe you're really open today and you're feeling like you want to try your splits today, you can definitely come into splits. Just remember, as you shift your body weight forward, extend through the right leg, and then just roll the body over here. Sometimes it takes a few wiggles as well if you need it. Whatever calls to you this morning. And allow those breaths to take over here. As the mind quiets, the body softens. On your inhales, lengthen those muscles, lengthen into that stretch. And on those exhales, soften. Good. One more breath here. Good. When you're ready, if you're in that pigeon pose, walk those hands back towards the knee. Tuck into that back toe, lift back knee off mat, and then push yourself back into that tabletop position for a moment. Untuck the toes, push the seat back towards the heels, come into a quick little child's. Good, and then when you're ready, ripple the body forward, tuck those toes, lift the seat back up through sky as that left leg comes up through sky. Good, exhale as you sweep that left knee towards left wrist, slide that right leg back behind you, and come back into that pigeon pose onto the opposite side. Now again, finding that figure four on your back with the left ankle to the right thigh this time is that option, so take whatever option you need. If you dabbled in splits on the other side, take this opportunity to even the body out. Good, again, press a little bit deeper. Lean in here. Allow the body to completely surrender to the earth, to your mat, to your thoughts. Again, this is your time to calm the mind. And as we make that connection between breath and body, we make that connection between our opposites here. Our masculine and feminine side. The part of us that takes action, the part of us that just sits still. Finding one more breath here. On your next inhale, walking those hands back towards the knee, tuck into the back toe, lift back knee, come back into that tabletop position. Now, if you have a few options here, we're going to come into frog pose. You can either take those knees underneath the hips, spread those knees as wide as you can towards the width of the mat, and come into frog pose here, making sure that those inner arches of the feet are down to the earth, knees in line with the heels. You can come down to your forearms, or you can thread those arms underneath the body and rest right cheek to mat. If that doesn't feel good to you on your knees, maybe it's a little bit too much pressure, find frog pose on your back, supine frog pose. Draw the knees into chest. Open up those knees wide, turn those inner arches of the feet upwards towards the sky. Now lengthen those arms towards the sky, flip the palms so palms are facing your chest here. And then on your exhale, push those palms down, push those forearms down into the inner thighs or calves, and allow this to be that gravity. Allow your arms to press as much as you need. Now in frog pose or any hip opening postures, we allow the body to release stress. Hip opening postures also allow us to alleviate and release any stress from the mind. We tend to hold a lot of stress in our hips. So as you allow the body to soften, if you release that tension, if you allow the body to surrender to where it is, you allow that stress to go. Remember, you are deciding what you want to hold on to. Maybe drawing those knees a little bit wider this time. And again, allowing those exhales to soften the body down even more. Get a few more breaths here. Give me 2 more. You know, sometimes this can be painful and it's like, oh, we don't want to hold it anymore, but just let go. Good. When you're ready to come out of this, just draw the knees inwards, slide the toes in, knees in, toes in, untuck the toes, and then push the body back to that child's. I'm going to sweep those arms back all the way and come into that full resting Balasana. Good. When you're ready, sweep those arms up above head if you haven't already. Ripple the body forward. Cross those legs back behind you. Walk the hands towards the hips. And then draw those soles of feet to mat. I'm going to come into a supine Baddha Konasana. So you have a few options. You can take your blocks into a T. I like to do this to open up the heart a little bit. So just place them in a T right behind you. Draw those soles of feet to mat to start. And then making sure that this block is right above the center of the spine, maybe even a little higher. It shouldn't be painful. It should be nice and comfortable here. It might not be comfortable for everybody, but if you're doing it properly, it should be. Oh, my ponytail is in the way of my block today. That's all right. And then resting your head onto the mat, or onto the block. Draw those soles of feet together and then open up that heart here, finding yourself into a supine Baddha Konasana with this heart opener. Allow the body to completely open. If you want those arms wide, take the arms wide. If you just want to stay on your back, you can. If you want to stay in seated, take that as well. If you have a bolster or pillows and you don't have blocks, those work fine too. And as you're lying there, just take this opportunity to allow that body to soften even more. Keep those thoughts aside. And allow those thoughts to quiet. Notice the subtle movements here in the body. Notice how you're feeling. And keeping your to-do list everything. Just being present in the moment. And just maybe even visualizing comes all areas of our body. So focus on finding its way through little. And you have the option to stay as you are, or just maybe allow those legs to lengthen long down your mat and come into that final resting pose, Shavasana. Allow the body to settle here, to find release, to find that space of comfort. Now, maybe as you're lying there, just cycling back to that mantra that you said at the beginning of your practice. Why did you come to your mat today? I invite you to place your palms to your heart center here. Taking this opportunity to give the body, the breath, the mind, gratitude for coming to your mat today. For your presence, for your connection. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that joined me for your practice today, for your intention, your attention, your energy, and just sharing this space with me. And ask that throughout your day, maybe make that connection with yourself frequently. Even if it's just a few minutes a day, you're allowed to stay still. You're allowed to find stillness in the chaos, the movement of your day. But then also finding flow in that stillness as well. Again, thank you all for being here and for sharing your practice with the Supported Soul community, myself. And as you draw your palms into heart center in prayer, maybe bowing towards your fingertips, towards yourself. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Sigh out the mouth. From my humble heart to yours, namaste.